on, everyone? My name is Jamon McKinney, or you can just call me Juice, because that is my nickname. Baseball is clearly a team sport. It really is, guys. You know, we could talk about basketball being a team sport, but let's be real. In the NBA, if you have LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or even an Allen Iverson a couple years ago when he dragged not a very good Philadelphia 76ers team all the way to the NBA Finals, if you have a legit star on your team or one of the 5 to 6 or 7 best players on your team, as far as the NBA goes, they can carry you to the playoffs. They can carry you to an NBA Finals. That's just the reality. We could talk about football being a team sport, and yes, it's the ultimate team sport, I would say, but let's be real. Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning, they've been guys that have carried sorry teams to the playoffs. You know, Mike Trout is the best player in all of baseball right now. I don't think that is up for debate. He's the best player in all of baseball. In fact, the last 8 seasons of his career, Mike Trout has finished second in MVP voting, second in MVP voting. He won an MVP the next year, second in MVP voting after that, won an MVP after that, fourth in MVP voting, second in MVP voting, and then he just recently won MVP last year. So he's already got 3 MVPs on his resume. The only other player in MLB history with more MVPs than Mike Trout is Barry Bonds, okay? And that just tells you all you need to know about baseball. Man, Los Angeles Angels, you've had the best player in baseball for 9 years, and your team can only muster 1 playoff appearance? Ooh, man. Ooh, that's rough. And the one time they did make the playoffs, they got swept by the Kansas City Royals. Now, obviously, the Angels did win a World Series in the early 2000s, but outside of that, you know, they really haven't done anything in the playoffs, you know, and in the Mike Trout era, like I said, 1 playoff appearance. You know, the Los Angeles Angels have consistently failed to put a great pitching staff on their roster. They have a very average farm system, and they have just not taken advantage of having the best baseball player of my generation in Mike Trout. You know, they haven't. Now, this year might be a little bit different. Can the Angels make the playoffs? Because I've always said you can't fake your way into the MLB playoffs. You want to know why? Because it's a 160-game regular season. You play 162 games during the regular season. There's no fake playoff teams. They're just not. You can't be a fake playoff team when you go through a 162-game gauntlet. But now, this upcoming season, you're only playing 60 games. So can the Angels make the playoffs this year? A team that went 72-90 last year. I mean, I think it's possible. You got Mike Trout, the best player in baseball. Shohei Ohtani is fully healthy. He's coming off Tommy John surgery. So now he's going to be able to not only be a viable hitter for this team, but also a very solid pitcher for this team. The last time Ohtani was a pitcher for the Angels in 2018 when he was healthy, he went 4-2 as a starter. And he had an ERA of 3.31 in 10 games. That's pretty good. So if Ohtani can be the legit hitter that we know he can be and be a dominant pitcher, that's a plus for this team, you know. And also, the Angels just recently added Anthony Rendon, a guy that's won a World Series. He just recently won a World Series with the Washington Nationals. He's very consistent. And last year, he was 3rd in MVP voting, you know. So Anthony Rendon, he's going to drive in a lot of runs. He's going to consistently give you good at-bats. He's going to put the ball in play, and he's going to be a great addition to their lineup. Not to mention you got Tommy La Stella and Andrelton Simmons, who's not the best hitter, but he's decent at the plate, and he's a very, very good defensive shortstop. Might be the best defensive shortstop in all of baseball at the moment. Now, this pitching staff overall is not making me feel too good about this team. You know, they had the 25th best ERA last year, and you can say, well, they added some players to the pitching staff. Really? Julio Teheran, Dylan Bundy, that's enough to improve the 25th best pitching staff as far as ERA last year? I don't see it. Ultimately, the pitching staff is going to fail this team once again. And they're in a division with the Oakland A's, who made the playoffs last year, and the Houston Astros, who are one of the most talented teams in all of baseball. So, sorry, Angels fans, I can't say that you're going to make the playoffs this year. Now, I'm going to be following the Angels this year a lot. I'm going to watch some Angels games this year. I love seeing Mike Trout play, but man, I think Mike Trout has a chance to become one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He's already one of the greatest baseball players of all time. I'm talking about Mike Trout can be in the GOAT conversation. But if Mike Trout wants to be in that category, you would hope that he maybe puts some playoff success out there. And I don't know if he's going to get any playoff success because you have to make the playoffs first to be able to have success in the playoffs in the first place. So, again, I think the Angels have wasted most of Mike Trout's career. I hope he makes the playoffs this year, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Angels because I believe their offense is good, but the pitching staff is what is going to derail the Los Angeles Angels this year. But I hope I'm wrong because I want to see Mike Trout in the playoffs at some point very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.